There was a time when defenders genuinely feared Eden Hazard, not because he was the fastest player on the pitch, not because he was the strongest, but because once the ball reached his feet, chaos followed. He could glide past 4 defenders without breaking a sweat, win matches on his own, and make football look effortless. For years, he was one of the very best players in the world. Then, almost overnight, it all disappeared. A player Real Madrid spent over €115 million to sign as Cristiano Ronaldo's successor retired at just 32 years old, after one of the most shocking declines football has ever seen. This isn't just the story of failed expectations, it's the story of how one of football's greatest entertainers lost everything. This is Eden Hazard. The sudden end. Before Real Madrid, Eden Hazard was magic. After dominating French football with Lille, winning Ligue 1 and being named France's Player of the Year twice, before turning 22, Chelsea signed him in 2012. He arrived in England with one famous tweet: "I'm signing for the Champions League winners." Chelsea had just won Europe's biggest prize, and Hazard quickly became the face of a new era. Week after week, Premier League defenders bounced off him. His low center of gravity, explosive acceleration, and impossible balance made him almost impossible to stop. Unlike many wingers, Hazard didn't rely solely on pace. He manipulated defenders. He waited. Then, in a split second, he exploded into spacity. Statistics only tell part of the story. Over 7 seasons at Chelsea, he scored 110 goals, provided 92 assists, and made more successful dribbles than almost anyone in Europe. But numbers can't explain what watching him felt like. Hazard didn't just beat defenders, he embarrassed them. There were games Chelsea had absolutely no business winning, until Eden Hazard decided otherwise. Against Arsenal, he picked the ball up inside his own half, bulldozed through the entire defense, shrugged off Francis Coquelin like he wasn't even there, and calmly finished. Against West Ham, he dribbled past 5 players from midfield before scoring one of the greatest solo goals Stamford Bridge has ever witnessed. In 2019, in his final Chelsea home game against West Ham, he danced through defenders yet again to score another unforgettable solo goal. When Chelsea needed inspiration, Hazard delivered, again, and again, and again. Then came the biggest opportunity of his career. Cristiano Ronaldo had left Real Madrid. The club needed a new superstar, a new Galactico, someone capable of carrying the attack. And Eden Hazard looked like the perfect choice. He had just produced arguably the best season of his career in 2018-19. He recorded 21 goals and 17 assists, leading Chelsea to Europa League glory. His final game for Chelsea was almost poetic. Against Arsenal in the Europa League final, Hazard scored twice, provided an assist, and walked away with the trophy. He was named Chelsea's Player of the Year for a record 4th time at 28 years old. He wasn't declining, he was entering his prime. Real Madrid believed they had signed one of the world's top 3 players. Few people questioned it. It felt inevitable. The dream move had finally arrived. No one imagined it would become football's greatest modern disaster. The warning signs appeared immediately. Hazard reported to preseason around 5 to 6 kilograms overweight. Spanish newspapers attacked him relentlessly. Some accused him of lacking professionalism. Others questioned whether he truly wanted to succeed. Still, once the season began, Hazard gradually found his rhythm. Then everything changed. November 26, 2019, Champions League, Real Madrid vs Paris Saint-Germain. A challenge from Thomas Meunier. Ironically, his own Belgian teammate. The tackle fractured Hazard's right ankle. The injury required surgery. Doctors inserted a titanium plate. He returned, but something wasn't right. His movement changed. His balance disappeared. The explosive first step that made him unstoppable was gone. And because his body compensated for the damaged ankle, new injuries began appearing everywhere. Hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, muscles tore repeatedly. The ankle injury wasn't just another setback, it started a chain reaction his body never recovered from. Then came another problem: training. Former Chelsea teammate John Mikel Obi later revealed that Hazard had never been obsessed with training. His philosophy was simple: save your energy for matchday, rely on natural talent. At Chelsea, it worked. At Real Madrid, it didn't. Madrid demanded maximum intensity every single day. According to Mikel, Hazard even promised he would finally work harder in training. But after years of managing his body differently, it couldn't cope. The increased workload led to even more muscular injuries, while Zinedine Zidane continued defending him publicly. Everything changed once Carlo Ancelotti returned. Ancelotti had no personal issue with Hazard. He simply preferred players who were performing. Vinicius Jr. exploded into a world-class winger. Rodrigo developed rapidly. Hazard slipped further down the pecking order. Meanwhile, Real Madrid were paying him nearly €400,000 every week. The club grew increasingly frustrated. Then came the moment Madrid fans never forgave. Champions League semi-final. Chelsea eliminated Real Madrid. After the final whistle, television cameras showed Hazard laughing and joking with former Chelsea teammate Testo. Many fans it looked like he didn't care. The backlash was immediate. Any remaining goodwill vanished overnight. Whether fair or unfair, that image became the symbol of his Madrid career. The strangest part, Hazard actually won 2 La Liga titles, a Champions League, a Copa del Rey, 2 Spanish Super Cups, a UEFA Super Cup, a FIFA Club World Cup, 8 trophies, yet he barely played a meaningful role in any of them. He never played a single minute in El Clasico against Barcelona, not once, across 4 seasons. He managed only 76 appearances, 7 goals in competitive matches, and spent roughly 85 matches injured in his final season. He played just 392 minutes. Real Madrid terminated his contract by mutual agreement in 2023. Then came one final surprise. Saudi Arabia reportedly offered enormous wages. MLS clubs showed interest. Most players would have continued. Hazard didn't. He simply said he had enough money. He wanted to spend time with his family. Football had stopped being fun. Years of rehabilitation had taken away the joy that once made him smile every time he touched a ball. Sote, just 32 years old, one of football's greatest talents, walked away. Not because he forgot how to play, not because he lacked ability, but because his body could no longer allow him to be Eden Hazard. Sometimes football's biggest tragedies aren't caused by bad decisions, they're caused by one unfortunate tackle, one titanium plate, and a career never got the chance to become what it was destined to be. Because when Eden Hazard was at his best, there were very few players on earth who could do what he did, and perhaps that's why his sudden end still hurts football fans today. The Prince of Stamford Bridge arrived in Madrid to become a king. Instead, he became one of football's greatest what-if stories.